Good afternoon. Fade to Black breaking news for this Thursday, May 2nd, 2024. This is all of the news that you need. That's right. I'm Jimmy Church. It's always a busy day for me on Thursday. I do 3 shows on Thursday, doing the news right now. And then right after that, coming up at 2:30 Pacific time, I'll be on with Christina Gomez and her show, Mysteries with a History. Today, we are going to be talking about, is E.T. us from the future? That means time travel and the future of us and everything else. We're going to be discussing that today with Christina. It's going to be an amazing show. And then later on tonight, Fade to Black with Dr. Robert Zubrin joining us, talking about living on Mars, something that he has been just yelling from the mountaintops for a couple of decades now. And Mars is the conversation. I'll be talking about that today in the news too as well. And tonight on Fade to Black, Robert's going to be with us. So busy day. And I've already squeezed in a ride this morning. And normally I don't ride on Thursdays. It's just such a busy day. But man, I can't resist. It's bad, man. I can't. Okay, all right. I can squeeze in 30 minutes. But I got in a ride and I went out to Elizabeth Lake today again. And I like doing it so much because it's right behind my house. I posted a video of Elizabeth Lake. And if you haven't checked it out, go over to Facebook. I think it's on Instagram too as well. That stuff happens automatically. And go and check out Elizabeth Lake. It's pretty cool. So I just got back and I'm here doing the news. And that's what's so great about my team, the Fade to Black team and Renee Neumann and everybody else that is around me to just relieve the pressure and get things done. So thank you, Renee. You allowed me to take a ride today. All right. Now, also, other big news. Now, coming up in 10 days here in Los Angeles is the world premiere red carpet at Regal Cinemas in downtown LA. It is the biggest theater in Los Angeles at LA Live. It is the premiere of Billy Carson's Anunnaki TV series. So it's a day-long event, and your tickets are below. It's going to sell out, and you're going to want to check that out. Also, I've got some breaking news. Besides DisclosureFest, which is coming up June 10th through the 12th, also here in California at Castaic Lake. Right after that is the 2024 Conscious Awards in Miami, Florida. Now, I posted on social media earlier today a way for you to go and vote because you nominated me for TV host. So go and now take it to the next level. Cast your votes. I put the links up. And you're going to want to come to Miami for the awards because I am officially announcing today that Giorgio Tsoukalos is the host of this year's awards. That's right. Giorgio Tsoukalos. It's going to be amazing. So the Conscious Awards, go over to forbiddenknowledge.com. That's August 3rd through the 4th. It's a full weekend of events. There's all kinds of things going on. Head over to forbiddenknowledge.com. The links are below. Get your tickets and come in and hang out with us. All right. What a day. What a day. My Thursday. This is my Friday, by the way. What was I going to say? So tomorrow I've got to take my bike into service. I've got some stuff that's being done to it and that I can't do. So that's going to happen tomorrow. Meanwhile, working on everything else. And then Saturday, Cody Blue Snyder and Tanya are having an open house for their new studio that is opening. So I'm going to go to Burbank and hang out with everybody there. I'm going to live stream, but their studio is amazing. So that's what I'm doing this weekend. All right, let's get straight to it. On this day in history, 1933, the Loch Ness Monster is sighted for the first time. The newspaper Inverness Courier relates an account of a local couple who saw, and I'm quoting from the paper, an enormous animal rolling and plunging on the surface on this day in 1933. All right. That's the first time it was in the paper. Wasn't the first sighting, but there you go. Here's your fader fact. All right. You ready? I didn't know this. Always talking about Canada here. Before becoming the 14th state of the United States, Vermont wanted to become part of Quebec. That's right. They wanted to be Canadians. However, Quebec turned Vermont down. That's right. So Vermont had to go with their second choice. And that is your fader fact. And it's a fact. All right. Let's get to the breaking news. Sad news to report. Dwayne Eddy, the first guitar hero, has died. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame member was known for those instrumental just gems, Rebel Rouser and Peter Gunn. 86 years old. Rest in peace, Dwayne Eddy. All right, let's get to the breaking news. In recent weeks, yeah, you've heard the chatter. Man, I've got an itch on my eyelid. I'm going to fix that now. I'm okay. It's all right. In recent weeks, excitement has grown about a planet called K2-18b, and it's about 125 light years from Earth. That's because late last year, researchers revealed they may have seen a life molecule on it. That's right. Life on K2-18b. Okay, there's a lot of speculation around this and lots of rumors going back and forth. Well, since then, speculation and excitement has grown over what could be a sign of life on another world. But the researchers now say that the detection was not robust and that further research is needed. Smoke and mirrors, man, smoke and mirrors. It will do so using an instrument that is better at detecting infrared wavelengths than the one that was used in the study last year. The work is described in a new paper, Biogenic Sulfur Gases as Biosignatures on Temperate Sub-Neptune Water Worlds. That's the title of the paper. Don't look at me. And it has now been published in the Astrophysical Journal Letters. Okay, I'll keep you posted. Smoke and mirrors, man. More space news. NASA's moon program. This is crazy. NASA's moon program still has some work to do before it can put human boots back on the lunar surface. The agency's Office of Inspector General, the OIG, released a report yesterday. That's right, May 1st. Titled NASA's Readiness for the Artemis II Crewed Mission to Lunar Orbit, end quote, which aims to determine how ready NASA is to launch its Artemis II moon mission, currently scheduled for late 2025. The Inspector General writes that the Artemis I test flight of the Orion spacecraft, quote, revealed anomalies with the Orion heat shield, separation bolts, and power distribution that pose significant risk to the safety of the crew, end quote. Leave that right there because I've got this. The big nude boat, put that in quotes, the big nude boat will take travelers from Miami to the Caribbean on and I'm quoting here, an 11-day adventure back to paradise. That's right. It's setting sail from February 3rd through Valentine's Day 2025, and the trip offers a stress-free, clothes-free experience, during which up to 2,300 naked passengers can roam the ship totally nude while out at sea. Now, I'm also going to leave that right there. Hackers who breached United Health's tech unit in February potentially stole a third of Americans' data. You heard me right. The largest U.S. health insurer's CEO told a congressional committee yesterday. Two congressional panels grilled CEO Andrew Whitty about the cyber attack on the company's Change healthcare unit, which processes around 50% of all medical claims in the United States. The breach has caused widespread disruptions in claims processing, impacting patients and providers across the country. The cyber criminal gang ALF-V, that's ALF with a V, ALF-V, hacked into Change on February 12th using stolen login credentials on an older server that did not have, check this, multi-factor authentication. United Health acquired Change for $13 billion back in 2022. United Health paid the gang around $22 million in Bitcoin as ransom just to get stuff unlocked and back. But there was no guarantee the data was secure and would not be leaked. Wow. More than 27,000 asteroids in our solar system had been overlooked in existing telescope images. But thanks to a new AI-powered algorithm, we now have a catalog of them. That's 27,000 new asteroids. The scientists behind the discovery, Ed Lu, who is the executive director of the Asteroid Institute and the team and co-founder of the B612 Foundation, say the tool makes it easier to find and track millions of asteroids, including potentially dangerous ones that might strike Earth someday. It is for those threatening space rocks that the world would need years of advanced warning before trying to deflect them away from our planet. Most of the newfound asteroids hover in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, where scientists have already cataloged about 1.3 million rocky shards. The latest, discovered in about 5 weeks, also includes about 150 space rocks whose paths actually come very close to Earth, into Earth's orbit. Now, to be clear, however, none of these near-Earth asteroids seem to be on a collision path with our planet. That's the good news. All right, finally, I'll leave you with this. NASA has selected 9 companies to develop concepts that would aid agency science missions to Mars. We'll be talking to Robert Zubrin tonight about this down the road. Now, the agency is awarding each company between $200,000 and $300,000 for this early stage work, with the goal of making robotic Mars exploration more efficient and more productive. Now, here is the breakdown and the categories. Small payload delivery and hosting services. You've got Lockheed Martin. You've got Impulse Space from Redondo Beach. They're going to do an adapt and Earth vicinity orbital transfer vehicle, a space tug. And Firefly Aerospace out of Cedar Park, Texas. And they are going to develop a lunar exploration spacecraft. Next category is large payload delivery and hosting services. You have United Launch Services, ULA, and they're going to modify an Earth cryogenic upper stage. You have Blue Origin, all right, another lunar spacecraft. And you have Astrobotic Technology out of Pittsburgh, and they are going to modify a lunar exploration spacecraft. Then the next category is Mars Surface imaging services. You have Albedo Space Corporation out of Broomfield, Colorado. That's right, all imaging projects. You have Redwire Space out of Littleton, Colorado. Again, imaging services. And another one for Astrobotic Technology. And they're going to modify another lunar exploration spacecraft to include mapping. And the last category, next generation relay services. Now, this sounds like the internet to me. You have Space Exploration Technologies Corporation, SpaceX, right? And communication satellites. You have Lockheed Martin. They're going to provide communication relays. And you have Blue Origin. And they're also going to provide a communication relay service via an adapted Earth and lunar vicinity spacecraft. So between $200,000 and $300,000 each, the focus is Mars. It's extraordinary. And tonight on Fade to Black, Dr. Robert Zubrin joins us, and we are going to be discussing this subject. That's right, living on Mars. There you go. There's all the Fade to Black breaking news that you need for this Thursday, May 2nd, 2024. Fade to Black breaking news is produced by Renee Neumann, including the big nude boat. That's Renee. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Coming up next, I'm on with Christina Gomez. We're going to be talking about Mysteries with the History. Is E.T. actually us from the future? Some of them may be. So today we're talking about time travel and all of that other fun stuff with Christina. And then later on tonight on Fade to Black, it's Dr. Robert Zubrin. Until then, all I've got is Gobekli Tepe.